The old saying, you have to be in it to win it, has never been more important than in today's digital age. To connect with past, present or future customers, you have to be out there, engaging with your customers through consistent marketing of your business or brand. Sometimes we can all get a mental block when it comes to looking at our own business and how it is marketed. By working out where you are and where you would like to be, it's amazing how you can move that roadblock to your business. What makes your business stand out from its competitors other than just the price? Sell a value proposition, not just the price. Determine the attributes of your perfect customer and build a marketing plan to suit. You may want to do business with everybody, but in most cases, this is unrealistic. It is important to target your customers and rank them by value spend. Apply this to your marketing and advertising plans. Talk to your customers. By communicating regularly, you can adapt to changes in consumer habits and buying patterns and create your own customer charter. Make your messages relevant to new customers. Ask them what they are looking for and act on it. Marketing is like a pension. You put a little away in the right place often enough and gradually it starts to mature. Many customers do not have a detailed marketing plan and fall into the trap of spraying and praying. The next stage on from this is advertising rigor mortis, or even worse, advertising once in a blue moon. The 3 simple rules to follow in advertising are right audience, right message, and be committed and consistent. As we all know, there are 2 types of customer, today customers and tomorrow customers. We all have a shopping radar, don't we? Differentiate between today and tomorrow customers. Make sure your message targets both. Unless you are permanently communicating with tomorrow customers and have a consistent marketing message to your right audience, then when they move from being a tomorrow customer to a today customer, they are unlikely to think of you first. This is called top of mind awareness, or the mind shelf. Some of our needs are immediate, others might be next month or even next year. Call to action advertising goes right back to the Lord Kitchener days, with the infamous poster campaign to recruit soldiers for World War I. Call to action advertising is still as relevant today for your sales, events and promotions, which hopefully invoke or trigger an immediate response. Today customers only represent a very small percentage of business out there at any one time. It's important to communicate with tomorrow customers on a regular basis, so when they are ready to purchase, your business is front of mind. A combination of strong brand advertising and call to action promotions is most effective for targeting both types of customer. Advertising and marketing is a bit like trying to get a plane off the ground. It takes a huge amount of energy and thought, as well as expertise and a lot of power to get it up to cruising speed. However, as with any kind of flight, the answer is never to turn off the gas, otherwise you can only end up crashing and burning. If you plot a long-term advertising flight plan with our team at Archant, we can help you through difficult conditions and turbulent times. We can plot the journey together to get you to your long-term goals, with us as your co-pilot, helping you along the well-trodden routes to market. Like any journey, it is never a straight line. Great brands are built from simple messages that are consistently out there, talking to today and tomorrow customers. Here are just a few brands whose advertising messages are top of mind and in the subconscious of most of us already. What does good advertising look like? This depends on your ideal customer and what their aspirations and needs are, but it needs to resonate with them and build trust, as well as any call to action. Sometimes, depending on which media you're using, the creative needs to reflect the audience it's serving. Ask yourself, is your advertising and marketing talking to your consumers, and do they really understand what your brand stands for, and more importantly, trust in it? Are you getting the balance between call to action and branding right? Could your business or brand become a household name in the marketplaces you serve? How do you create the wrong message? Simple, by not making it relevant to your customer. The message should not be a me about you. It should be all about your potential customers' needs, wants and aspirations. Customers take what they want to take out of an advert first, rather than the name of the supplier who's offering it, otherwise you won't get their attention or business. Build your brand, reputation and trust with your customers from there. If you treat advertising like you are constructing a famous building, it's far more likely to have an impact in the mind's eye of your customer. That makes them feel good about doing business with you now or at some point in the future. Make sure your advertising makes your business memorable for the right reasons. As the saying goes, it's nice to be heard, but it's more important to listen. Many businesses fail to regularly talk to their customers, and more importantly, fail to listen and then act on that feedback. So that's why every business should create a customer charter and build a marketing plan around it. Simply measuring the effectiveness of advertising by asking customers where they heard of us is fundamentally flawed. It's vitally important to understand the type of media your customers would most likely consume or engage with. Finally, find out from your ideal customers what their interests are and then reflect that back into the media choices you make. Marketing and advertising influence the first three phases, but in the digital age, our opinions are influenced constantly by websites and social media platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TripAdvisor, as well as Compare the Market and Google search rankings. This has an effect on word of mouth as consumers discuss the rights and wrongs of a business or service provider as we start to move into the consideration and preference stage. Every business has to understand that how it has behaved in the past and present will wholly influence our future buying decisions. It's not the advertising that sank the campaign. Often, it's what lies beneath. The lower part of the iceberg is what actually finally determines whether consumers act on the message and buy as a result of advertising.